Estas vendas de armas continuaram contudo depois de 1980. Tanto quanto eu sei, estas vendas de armas continuaram a ser realizadas até 2004, embora com um abrandamento importante a partir de 1984, a partir do escândalo das fardas vendidas à Polónia. No referido dossiê estavam também referidas personalidades americanas envolvidas no negócio de armas, nomeadamente Bush, pai, Dick Cheney, Frank Carlucci, Donald Gregg, vários militares, bem como empresas como a Blackwater. São ainda referidas empresas ligadas aos EUA, como a Carlyle, a Liberton, Black Eagle Enterprise, etc., que estavam a usar Portugal para os seus fins, tanto pela passagem de armas através de portos portugueses, como pelo fornecimento de armas a partir de empresas portuguesas. Tirei apontamentos desses documentos, que ainda hoje tenho em meu poder. A empresa atrás referida, denominada Supermarket, foi criada em Portugal em 1978, e operava através da empresa-mãe, de nome Black Eagle, dirigida por William Casey, membro do CFR, Council for Foreign Affairs and Relations, ex-embaixador dos EUA nas Honduras e também com ligações à CIA. A empresa Supermarket organizava a compra de armas de fabrico soviético, através de Portugal, bem como a compra de armas e munições portuguesas, referidas anteriormente, com toda a cumplicidade de Oliver Norte. Estas armas iam para entrepostos nas Honduras, antes de serem enviadas para os seus destinos finais. Oliver Norte pagou muitas facturas destas compras em Portugal, através de uma empresa chamada Gertz World, que servia de fachada à Supermarket. Mais tarde, cerca de 1985, quando se começou muito a falar de Camarate, Oliver Norte cancelou a operação Supermarket e fechou todas as contas bancárias. As vendas de armas, a partir e através de Portugal, foram realizadas ao longo desses anos, pois era do interesse político dos EUA. A CIA organizou e implementou estas vendas de armas em Portugal, à semelhança do que sucedeu noutros países, pois era crucial para os EUA que certas armas chegassem aos países referidos, de forma não oficial, tendo para isso utilizado os militares e empresários portugueses, que acabaram também por beneficiar dessas vendas. Como anteriormente referi, William Casey e Oliver Norte estavam, nas décadas de 70 e 80 coligados com o presidente Manuel Noriega, no escândalo Irão-Contras, Irangate. Foi sempre o Oliver Norte que se ocupou da questão dos reféns americanos no Irão, bem como da situação da América Central. Recebeu pessoalmente por isso uma carta de agradecimentos de George Bush pai, vice-presidente à época de Ronald Reagan. Lisboa, 26 de março de 2012. Fernando Farinha Simões. BI número 7.540.306.
So who initiated the operation?
Frank Carlucci that called me.
Carlucci
Called me to the United States and told me you was not living here anymore.
So you decided to use Frank in the operation?
No. First he talked with me and said, we have a major operation that we're gonna need you in Portugal, but you have to get the right guys for that because it's very dangerous, so on and so on. And then he began explaining me, and I said, this is not dangerous, this is too dangerous. This is a prime minister, this is the minister of defense, but we have to do it. Can you do it? So, well, I can do it, but I should get the right people for that. And after this primary conversation, I went to see Frank and I said, listen, they want me to do this. You are interested with me to coordinate all this? If they allowed me, there is no problem. And I came back to Carlucci and I told him, and then he told me that in 24 hours you would tell me. And then they give the agreement, and then from there we start all the steps, From there we start all the steps, me and Frank together. The other guys, they have a very small role,
So what did Frank do to further the conspiracy?
What?
What did he do to, what steps did he take?
He take, with me, we coordinate we went to England, we went to Paris to talk, to ultimate the last details. Sometimes I said, okay, we're gonna do this. Frank said, no, better not. Let's do it in a different way. Let's do it this, and I agree with him. Sometimes I don't agree with him. I said, no, we can't do that because this is Portugal. We are not in the United States or in another country. We should do like that. We discuss a lot. Then Oliver North came. We discussed with him. Other guys came. We discussed with Dasselberg. And finally, we have a kind of a map for what we should do. And then we go further. We go till the end.
Why a bomb on an airplane?
Sorry?
Why a bomb on an airplane as opposed to other ways of assassinating someone?
Yes, there was, but they want the mainly thing that Carlucci told me, that this should be made like an accident, to appear like an accident,
right.
Because there are so many ways to do it.
But where did the money come from?
The money come from when I need money. I went to the embassy. They gave me money, and I have the credit card. We have money.
Where did the money come from to finance Camarate?
The money come directly from the CIA that was given to me here in the embassy for David Hasselberg.
So what was Frank's role in this?
The Frank's rolling was to establish the contacts in England with the guys, with Gary Van Dyke from the MI5 for the other bomb, to develop it, to be with me, to coordinate all the things with me, because I demand that he was here with me, because he was the only guy that I could trust for such an operation, and me and Frank were the only guys that knew that the Prime Minister was there, the Minister of
you recruited Frank.
Yes.
Rather than Frank recruited.
No. I almost recruited him because I told to the guys that for that operations I want Frank with me. And then they agree, They meet there to council in the United States that Carlucci was there, Kissinger was there, and everybody was there, the many guys. And they said, okay, Frank goes. Frank stays with you. And then Frank came, because Frank had the connections for everything,
Right.
If you need a sniper, Frank know where to get him. If you need a guy to make a bomb, Frank know where to get him. Yes, Frank was the guy that I met in my life with more contacts all over the world, and he could speak Spanish too,
Yes.
That was very important, So, and things happen exactly like that. No, there is nothing more. What Jose tells, it's a story. And the only person that knows this, it's real too, because later on she understands my movements, because during those years, my wife and my daughter and my son, they never imagined that I was working with the Americans. Do you know what they think that I was doing? My wife.
Veterinary medicine?
Yes, but when I travel a lot, do you think till some years ago what my wife think that I was an international drug dealer?
I see.
Because money was coming like water, I have credit cards, I have money, I bought a house there, I bought a house there, another place. So I have 5 houses now, AJ. I have one, okay, the Angola house belonged to my parents, okay. But I have a house in Marbella, I have a house in Holland, I have a house in Florianópolis, Brazil, I have a house here, So this money not coming from the sky. So my wife said, oh, you are doing something strange, you are involved, because many people went to my house like Frank, like Gary Van Dyke and other guys, and she don't understand English, and then for her, she was very strange. All they had people in my house. Dinner, we have dinner together. Then Gary Van Dyke came with his wife and the 2 sons for an holiday holidays here. We joined all together. Then we went to England all together. So for my wife, my life only now, she knows really the truth.
Story that Frank pushes remote.
That's not true. That's what was not a commando. I told you the detonator. Frankie was with me in the car outside the airport. Just me and Frank in my car.
So the bomb was mercury switch?
Yes, when they did that,
There were two bombs. How about the one attached to the landing gear?
the other one, we said to Little Drix to go again there and get it out. Because one day before, we know the plane was the other one, because both plane were already at the airport.
Of course, Estevez says there were two bombs on the plane. His bomb
From Jose,
was attached to the landing gear, made from a grenade that
yes, exactly. That one we don't use it. That was Lee Rodriguez went and get it out, you know. And myself, I sent it to the ocean, you know. I went from a place to
You know what? I'm interested in Frank Sturgis because, you know, in 1973, somebody showed me some pictures of some tramps who were picked up on the scene of the Kennedy assassination.
Yes, and they told me, but he confirmed that story to me. He said, once I asked him...
One of them looked like E. Howard Hunt. The other one looked like Frank Sturgis.
No, he was Frank Sturgis, and I'm going to tell what he told me.
And the third guy was a guy named David Christ.
Yes, I know. I know the entire story. I know the entire story.
Christ was a CIA agent who was going to bug the Chinese Communist
Yes,
Party.
I know that, but the guy that real shot was Frank. The guy that real shot was Frank. Fire was shot because in 1986, the last time I saw Frank, or in 1985, I don't remember quite well. 1985, I think. We were in Spain. We went to Almeria, meeting Gordon Goody, the guy from the train robbery. The last guy that is still alive. He has a bar there. The one that was the real brain from the train robbery. And
What's the robbery? Brinks robbery?
Yes, the train robbery in England with Ronald Biggs. You know,
right.
Gordon Goody was the main brain. He was arrested during 30 years. Right. He was in jail. When he got out, he wanted to live in South Spain, near Almeria. He had a bar there. He is still there alive with 90 years, more or less. And we went to visit him with Gary Van Dyke. And that day, Frank drank a little bit, you know, and he talked and said, and he tell the whole story. Frank began telling the story because Gary Van Dyke tell us now the real story about Ken. And they said, I was like that and did and that. And they said, and he assumed completely that was him.